Bad call, but go for it.
Oh, baby.
So we're just gonna jump right into it, huh?
Something's gonna get real fucked up.
We are drinking whiskey.
I put gin on top of my gin.
Giggling about bullshit. Shape your nutsack to play it with the boys? Oh my god, we're recording.
I'm trying to fill the void.
That's what you want, an alabaster smooth penis.
Zig and Larry ignore a topic.
Oh, yeah, so...
Well, hey, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Sorry about your pee.
Yeah, my pee's broken. Welcome to another episode of Zig and Larry Ignore the Topic, where my pee broke.
Ziggy's pee is broke, and I just didn't have no juice.
Just to clarify, we're talking about my penis.
Yeah, of course.
It's broken.
It is. For a while now.
No, it was goddamn annoying, but the penis thing too. But the P key on the laptop, everything around it works just fine. Every other key is fine. You hit the P and it just goes, no, thank you. There's two users on the actual computer. I'm like, oh, I'll just use the other one. They both have P in the goddamn password. So,
is your password password?
I'm not going to tell you what they are. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 PPP on all of them. That's just what it is.
Oh, well,
because PPP is funny.
That's okay. Our listeners they'll be honest people. They won't use that against you.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just keep hitting the P. It only works on my computer though, right?
Right. Yeah, it's only on your computer.
I bank at Chase if anybody needs it.
Yeah, because we know that they have great customer service and will protect you from all types of theft.
Fantastic customer service. They are right on top of, I'm guessing, each other because they're worthless.
Well, see, I was so happy that I had PNC because a few years ago, the kids and I went to the mall because it was somebody's birthday and had money to spend, so they wanted to go to the mall, and we were leaving, and I was like, oh, we're thirsty, and they had one of those machines that you could slide your card through.
An ATM?
No, one of the beverage machines.
Oh, okay. So like a soda machine where you swipe the card.
You know, one of them machines what you slide your card through.
You know, so you don't just have to say your number out loud over the telephone. They got a thing where you can swipe it. It's got this magnetic strip. It's amazing.
It's a guaranteed win slot machine is that's what I use.
This here card is a magic goodies creator. It'll never bite you in the ass.
So I had thought, I'll just get 4 bottles of water. We're all thirsty, and so I swiped the card and thought that I could just buy multiples, and for whatever reason it wouldn't let me. I could only do one at a time.
Okay.
So on the 3rd bottle, let that one out. The 4th bottle stopped. I was like, it's not reading the card. That's weird. I go to get in. The kids and I are getting in the car, so I was like, you guys just have the water. I'll be cool. I'll pick something up here in a minute. And I get a call, and I was like, this seems suspicious. I don't usually answer weird numbers, but I just picked it up. And it was, I was just like, I don't know, like my spidey sense tingled or something. It was like, you need to answer this. And so I picked it up, and they're like, is this Larry Smith? And I said, in fact, it is. Who is calling? They said, well, this is PNC customer service. We noticed that you were buying a lot of bottled water, and we wanted to make sure that it was actually you, because sometimes when people steal debit cards, they'll make a lot of small purchases just to see if they could actually make a large purchase. And so we've frozen your card, but we want to make sure it's you, so can you verify a few things for us? And I was like, yes. And so I did, and they're like, okay, your card's up and running again. I was like, nope, thanks for keeping me safe. They're like, no problem. And
okay, so a few things with that.
Yeah.
What was the time frame between bottle number 4, which didn't go, and the call to you?
The walk from the soda machine to the car.
Okay, so you're telling me that PNC Bank, the bank that has branches inside grocery stores
Yes, indeed.
has customer service like that.
Uh-huh. On a Sunday.
Whereas on a Sunday, no less, and then you attempted to get a bottle of water. You want a fourth bottle of water? What's your mother's maiden name? And then, however, I bank with Chase, and I have thousands of dollars taken from my Chase Freedom card, and I call them up. They go, "You did? Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Did you want to? What should we do about that?" That's why I'm calling you, pal.
What should we do about... Well, I think you get paid to tell me, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Well, as you know, I live and work in Chicago, so the fact that somebody is buying a shit ton of workout equipment in San Francisco, maybe that wasn't me. They also wanted my mother's maiden name. But it took me like 3 calls. I was like, yeah, this is years ago. But like, yeah, I was like, yeah, no, I definitely did not buy a Bowflex. I think it was San Francisco. Or, no, Sacramento. It was Sacramento.
I would like you to look at my past purchases.
Mm-hmm.
And see how I would never buy a Bowflex.
Beer, cigarettes, beer, cigarettes, beer, cigarettes. I did take a lot of money out of the strip club with the $5 charge on the ATM, and then beer and cigarettes.
Yeah.
At no point in time is a Bowflex being purchased in Sacramento, California.
Well, that's what I love, though, about my bank, is that before that, like just the weekend before that, we were going down to Missouri and going to spend a few days. And so I bought a shit ton of beer and whiskeys and of varieties, and ammunition.
Uh-huh.
And not a shrug. They were just like, yeah, that tracks. I buy multiple bottles of water. And
bottles of water
they're like,
from a machine for your children.
They're like, we need to check on this. Someone's got this guy's card. Is it alcoholic water? No. Does it blow up? No. Yeah, freeze that motherfucker. We need to give him a call.
15 handles of Seagram 7 and a shit ton of bullets. That tracks.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, they tried to freeze my card one time because for a long time I didn't have the money to travel or go anywhere.
Uh-huh.
And then we were in, I don't even remember, Georgia, maybe, on our way through on a trip. And they called me while it was like the third time we were getting gas. Because we had hit a couple stops going through Georgia. And they called me and they were like, may I speak with Larry Smith? And I was like, yep, this is him. All right, well, can you verify a few things? Make sure we're talking. I was like, well, who are you? And they're like, well, this is PNC.
PNC Bank. Same person, same lady.
And I was
It
like,
was a Sunday.
I was like, okay, what's going on? She's like, well, we just noticed some very strange activity with your card. I said, oh, is it that I bought gas in Tennessee and Georgia? And she went, that's it, exactly. I said, yeah, I got traveling money now. She goes, oh, well, good for you. And I could tell by the sound of her voice that she had looked at my bank account and went, no, you don't. Buddy.
I see, however, you do have a small arsenal of munitions. And we thought that was fine. Again, what was the first street you grew up on? What was your first dog's name? That would be your porn name. So what we're asking is, what's your porn name?
What's my first dog?
Isn't that it? It's your first dog and then the street you grew up on.
Right.
First pet.
Is it first pet or first dog?
Well, it's the same thing, because cats are not pets, and then anything else is food.
Well, because here's it. Indeed, it is.
And horses don't count because you can ride them.
Yeah, that's your companion. And they were some of the only friends I ever had.
Aww.
The first dog I really remember, because my first dog her name was Lady.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, that's good.
And the street would be Orchard. So my porn name is Lady Orchard.
That's better than mine. I was really excited to tell mine. Now I'm not, because mine's Susie Jackson.
I think we would make a hell of a team.
You know, if somebody said, you want to watch this porno, it's got Lady Orchard and Susie Jackson in it, my first initial reaction would be like, with you? But once I get past that, I'm like, sure, you can set it over, I'll check it out. It wouldn't be what you think.
Just us, just putting stuff in our belly buttons.
Define stuff. Or actually don't.
No, let's just...
No.
Hey, what are you drinking today?
Honest answer?
Yeah.
This is water. And this here, that's Kool-Aid. It's water with one of those little fruit punch squeezies in it. I definitely destroyed myself yesterday, so we're taking a little break today.
Yeah, I understand. I drank so much on various kinds on Thursday night. I treated Thursday like a Friday, and then Friday felt like hell all day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, since days have lost all meaning, it doesn't really matter. But yesterday was let's see, it was beer and whiskey, and then some kind of delicious watermelon cocktail that involved a blender.
Okay.
That was very nice. And then red wine, white wine, and then more whiskey and gin straight from the bottle.
Yeah, that actually really it reflects my Thursday night.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't think I woke up and I'm like, why do I feel like hammered shit? Why do I feels like something caught meat? That's what it felt like.
Oh my God, you caught meat.
It caught meat.
I caught meat right in the belly button.
And so I walk into the kitchen to get some water, and by walk I mean I swayed and stumbled and trundled my way.
You made it there in not record time.
Yeah. I don't remember getting there. I just remember groaning a lot, and then all of a sudden I was in front of the sink, and I was standing there just drinking water, trying to drink water, get it down. And I look, and I was like, I don't think I drank that much. And then I saw the empty bottle of rum, Kraken rum.
The Kraken.
Yeah.
That's that dark rum. Isn't that like 100 proof?
Yeah.
Is it like Sailor Jerry proof, or is it? Am I making that up? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is. I've got some upstairs. I could look at it, but I'm not going to go all the way upstairs.
The bottle's aggressive.
It is. I love it. It's got finger holes, so you can, like, if you need to, you grab it and get a good grip, and then you can just bap somebody in the face with it.
And if memory serves, it's heavy. And there's also a picture of a mythical beast taking down a ship.
Yes.
So that was your beverage of choice.
That's what I started with.
Nice.
And then moved on. Well, no, excuse me. Started with some beers. I have to say it like I started with some beers, and then
beers,
and then Kraken, and then we decided to ease up and have just some wine, and so drank the bottle of wine, and then I decided that some kamikaze shots were in order.
Because you're a fancy lady?
Yes, I am.
Good for you.
Well, I made it with real fruit juices, thinking for health, because I'd like to take care of myself.
Sure.
And then I don't remember. Apparently, I drank something else. We also had a bomber of what's one of our local breweries, Buzzbomb Brewery. Refers to as their Blackout Brown.
Nice.
And it is
secretly called the Wrestler.
Yes. Actually, they have a bar fight brown, and it is. You remember Ron Swanson's boxer that he had?
Oh yeah.
That's what's on their label.
Nice.
But
wait, is it actually Nick Offerman?
No. It's the.
I was saying that seems like a trademark infringement, but what are you going to do?
No, it's the guy that he had on the poster, the boxer, the bare knuckles guy.
Oh, I do know what you mean. Excuse me. Yes. Never mind.
But the Blackout Brown is a 14% barrel aged beer.
Ooh. Now, let me check my notes. But in order to get 14% on beer, can you just distill it that heavy, or does it actually have to be fortified a touch?
God, I don't know. I don't know what they do. I don't know if they make a deal with the devil in order to make it that way.
Yeah, somebody listening is going, "No, you fucking idiot!" But
yeah, and I'm sure that they are, and I'm sure that we should just set up a Gmail account for all the hate mail we're gonna get, and then just read it letters from fans one day.
Yeah, I'll just give them just right on there. It'll be my password to my Chase Bank account. It'll be the name and password. Login and password.
Hey, here. I'm sorry. You're gonna get $87.
Yeah, you can have it. You can, you can have it. We should do. God, the Kraken. It's so aggressive. I feel like there's a shocking lack of like hardcore booze bottles in the world with like cartoon characters on them. Should there just be like something like, oh, it looks like a hug, kind of tastes like fiery vomit, but it looks like it just wants to play.
Well, I think we need to try to distill something that
Fluffy Bunny Bourbon.
fluffy bunny bourbon. Yes.
Oh, it can come in a bottle that looks like a cookie jar, so you can hide it from your wife in plain sight.
And then when you walk in and your toddler is shithoused,
You'll know it's from a different reason than usual. I didn't even give it to him this time.
it's not my fault. It's not my
he's
fault.
been-
I got
he got-
Daddy's cookies.
He got into Daddy's Fluffy Bunny.
That don't ever say that. Unless you're looking me in the eye and saying it gruffly. You looking to get into Daddy's Fluffy Bunny?
It's hard to say it in your eye when I'm coming at you from behind. I really didn't want to have to say that, but I had to say that.
Yes,
out
you
loud.
did, and I appreciate.
I was, oh God, I went back and forth 1,000 times in one blink of an eye on that, but I
Yeah.
had to say it.
Yeah, well, and I appreciate it, and it was fantastic, and I nearly spat vodka all over my laptop and microphone.
When you do that, your pee won't work.
Well, and I need all the help I can get with the way I drink. See, I'm just having a little Crystal Head vodka with some lemon and lime juice.
That's Ghostbusters vodka. Mm-hmm. Is that any good?
It's really good.
I've never had.
It's there's no need to mix it with anything. I throw the fruit juice in there. Just you can drink it straight, and there's just that little hint of vodka at the very back of it. You know, that little vodka tinge that hits, unless you're drinking like so.
Booze.
Yeah, like if you're like Crystal Palace. We know what Crystal Palace tastes like. Crystal Palace vodka that comes in the
That's just
plastic
sounds
handle.
like a real crappy egg roll to go joint.
Crystal Palace. It's an egg roll and strip club to go joint.
I'll take a quick sneak peek at a titty and some crab rangoon.
You got any of that General Tussauds chicken? And let me see that broad snatch.
Bring the broad snatch over here for the kids. They like the noodles.
No, we'll be dining in today. Yeah.
What do we tell mommy, kids? It came from the cookie jar. Sure, whatever. We'll go with
I
that.
don't know. She's gonna leave us anyway. All right.
All right. Wait, all of us? Yes, Timmy, all of us.
Yeah, she hates all of us,
She was done with me before you even came along.
and we thought you'd fix it. You didn't.
You didn't.
You made it worse. Anyway, Daddy loves you, kind of. Yeah, all right.
We made the same mistake many people do. Oh, this is getting dark real quick.
Now bring that girl over here and show me that coos.
Wait, is there duck sauce in there?
Oh no.
So there's a bottle of vodka called Crystal Palace?
Yes.
I feel blessed for not knowing that
The
from your
handle.
description.
The handle is like if you got a whole handle, it's plastic
Okay.
because safety.
So it's like worse than like pop-off?
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
It's just rubbing alcohol that someone said, sure, it's fine. It's rubbing alcohol that they introduced to some wheat and said, all right, yeah. They were like, here's a potato rubbing alcohol, potato, vodka. And that was it. That was...
It's hand sanitizer for your kidneys.
Does your liver feel like it's got a cough?
Now show that my kid your coos.
Show me that coos. Nothing says romance like when I say that to Nicole.
Show me the coos?
Yeah, occasionally while she's getting changed for bed when she's putting on her pajamas. And she's, Pooh Bearing it for a second. I'll be like, Pooh Bear.
Pooh Bearing it.
Yeah, when you take off your pants but your shirt's still on.
Oh, that's adorable. Sure. Your house is different than mine, but keep going. I've never heard Pooh bearing it. No, I'm a grown man. Why would I immediately know what that means?
Donald Duck in it, then? Porky Pig in it. Porky Pig in it.
Didn't Porky have overalls?
No, Porky just had a little, I mean, I think there was a couple cartoons where he was a farmer, and he had overalls, but...
Who had overalls, outside of the guy who put his finger in my butt when I was 11?
Did we have the same uncle?
So, hold on. So, let's bring that back for a second. So, when your wife is pantsless, what happens?
I will occasionally just go, first I squeal and clap, because it's my favorite time of day. And then
That's adorable.
I'll go, ah, show me that coos, and then have her turn around and be like, all right, good night. And that's all I need.
Does that work?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I attempted to utilize the phrase catching some meat in my relationship. I was told under no uncertain circumstances that we don't do that. And she's right.
Huh. You just walk up and be like, hey, you looking to catch some meat?
Yeah, and you don't do that with whiskey breath and your hat askew. I learned that the hard way.
Oh, yeah. No,
No.
Yeah, if I'm tucked in bed, if I have stumbled to bed because I've been like, sleepy, gotta go lay down, and I go and I'm all tucked in, put the covers up, and I'm just trying to look innocuous, just trying to look non-threatening. That's what I'm trying to do. It's just real. It's so she thinks it's cute, but if I were to walk up into the living room and just stumble, trundle, and bounce off stuff. And just walked in and be like, show me that coos! She'd be like, you need to get the fuck out of here.
You can't just assault somebody with the phrase, show me that coos.
Or she would turn around and be like, show me your coos. And I'd be like, I don't want to tuck it. And that'd be the end of that.
I don't want to tuck it. See, I feel like even in every little lie or story, there's a touch of truth. I think that in the Larry and Nicole story, there has been a show me the tuck your sack back moment.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
100%. Her idea, yours, or something just... Okay. Birthday?
She just kept... for like 6 months, she was like, I just want to see the mangina. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. She's like, she would just... It was just a thing, just bringing it up. And so one day, I just decided to do it. We had had a few drinks.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, screw it. And so I walked in, and she was like, oh, God, nope, nope. And I was like, no, just tell me I'm pretty. Tell me I'm pretty. And
she had just gotten done masturbating to Silence of the Lambs, which we really have to talk about.
Yeah, that's... and not the scene you'd think. Anyway.
Wait, which scene would you think?
We'll talk off the air.
God damn it.
And not the scene that everyone jerks off to.
Not the obvious answer. Hold on. I want to say it's Girl in the Well, but that's wrong. I know that's wrong. Oh, what is it? The dance number? There was a dance number, right?
Yeah.
Tap number?
Yeah.
The tap number.
Yeah, it was
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, it was the synchronized swimming. That's the one that does it for her.
It was lovely.
But to finish off that story, she was so... And I just kept saying, you asked for this. You look at it. You touch it. And she was just like, I don't want to. And then I gave her the goat.
You went all the way with it.
Yeah. Then I gave her
you gave her the goat.
I gave her the goat. And then I went and finished brushing my teeth.
Please describe that to anybody who may not know what you mean.
The goat?
Yeah.
Okay, that's when you tuck everything. Well, if you're a dude, girls can't do the goat. Well, some girls might be able to do the... Anyway, we'll talk about that some other time. And, by the way, today we're not talking about Kenny Rogers.
Oh, yes. We're not talking about Kenny Rogers?
Yeah, we're talking...
No shit, we're not.
Yeah. So
Cool.
So what you do is you take your penis and testicles, and you tuck it way back betwixt your thighs, so it's sticking out underneath your butt, and then you bend over and give everyone the goat.
For those of you who can't see Larry right now, he's actually kind of doing a little dance as if he was tucking his balls and dick behind. And I'm really hoping you're wearing pants, pal. But,
Pooh Bearing it.
He's Pooh Bearing it, everyone.
Just gonna show you that goose.
Show me that goose. Now, when you tuck all of your meat behind yourself and bend over, is this at gunpoint?
Don't kink shame us. I mean, sometimes.
I didn't realize I was. And if I am, I sincerely apologize.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I appreciate that.
You did buy a shit ton of munition to go to Georgia.
It's Georgia. They pull you over. You don't have a gun. They give you a gun.
That's a good point. Do you have any weapons? No, sir. Well, why the hell not?
Here, take my piece. I got. Don't worry about me. I got plenty in the car. Don't worry about me.
Only state that runs 100% on coal. What are we talking about?
They wanted to arrest us for having a Prius, but I just showed him all the guns in the back, and he's like, "Will," and I said, "Look, officer, this thing's a hybrid. It means I don't have to buy as much fuel, which means less money goes to the government. They're in my pocketbook enough, don't you think?" And he was like, "Well, that's a goddamn good point," and that's what got us out of it.
Driving a Prius while having a shit ton of weapons in the car, we call that breaking even. It's kind of like injecting insulin while eating a bag of Twizzlers.
Yes, exactly.
Very similar.
Yeah.
So, to not talk about Kenny Rogers, The Gambler, that's not Kenny Rogers, right?
Yeah, well, it is. That was his biggest, solo hit. Well, not his biggest, but it was his first big solo hit. But you know who recorded The Gambler first? And it was a bomb. No one liked it. Johnny Cash.
Really?
Yep, and Johnny Cash, it couldn't sell The Gambler for anything. Kenny Rogers, the guy that wrote it for Johnny Cash, came to Kenny Rogers and was like, "You want to sing this song?" And he's like, "Well, what does Johnny think of it?" And he's like, "Johnny probably won't be too happy, but who cares? It's not selling." Kenny Rogers sings it, becomes a huge hit.
I was going to guess Biz Markie.
And Booker T.
Biz Markie does the Gambler.
Yeah. I can't do it.
Come on, give it a shot. Come on.
You got to know. Nope. I just sound like Louis Armstrong.
You kind of did.
You got to know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em.
All this is so close to being a hate crime. I know.
In this climate.
Lord.
But yeah, that was his big hit in 1970. Now, I say that in 1977 there was Lucille, which was a big hit as well.
Ooh,
You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
4 hungry children and a crop in the field. We've had some sad times, been through the bad times, but now I don't think this hurting will heal.
You're like Shatnerizing Lucille currently.
Yeah, well, because if I try to
I'm
sing,
a rocket man.
I'm a rocket man. But yeah, he started out as a folk singer, clean-cut folk singer.
I would say he was always kind of a little folksy. No?
He was always folksy, but he was not he started as a just straight up folk singer. And then went to here's the transition. In the late 60s, he went from being a folk singer and being popular as a folk singer to being part of the First Edition, which was a psychedelic funk band. They're the
what?
They're the ones that sing "I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in."
Kenny Rogers was in that band?
He was the lead singer of that band.
Whoa. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, mine's a little blown right now.
And little known fact, Jimi Hendrix said that was his favorite song of all time.
I just dropped in to see what condition
my condition was in.
Okay, so now I can't hear that song ever without thinking of The Big Lebowski and Kenny Rogers at the same time.
That's perfect. Just a cool-ass Kenny Rogers hanging out with the dude. Come on.
That was his voice?
That was him.
Ah. Okay, I mean, I now that I've had my moment, obviously need to get over it. But that's heavy, man.
No, it is. It is heavy. It's a big hit for a lot of people. Like when you tell them, "Hey, Kenny Rogers was the lead singer of the First Edition," and they go, "Who the fuck's the First Edition?" You go, "I just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in." Then everyone goes,
Yeah.
"Oh no!" It's like, yeah, man, Kenny Rogers was funky.
He also wrote a lot of music for George Clinton and the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah. The Two Live Crew, all Kenny Rogers music.
All 100% Kenny Rogers. But he was going, I fucked it up. Damn it.
His biggest hit, "Hey, we want some pussy," all Kenny Rogers. Because that man was a puss hound. I don't know if you knew that. Huge puss hound.
I was going to make this horrible joke about, but he was doing it under the pen name of, and I was going to say, God, I can't remember. When Garth Brooks decided he was going to be a rock star, and it was a huge
Chris
waste of
Gaines.
everyone's time. There we go. Damn it. Kenny Rogers as Chris Gaines. Oh, it would have been bad had I done it correctly. And now it's just sad.
Little known fact, Kenny Rogers was actually Old Dirty Bastard.
Old Dirty Bastard. But only during the big baby Jesus years.
Yeah, exactly. No one knew that. He got away with it.
Yeah.
So it was Kenny fucking Rogers.
It was like Gorillas with a Z, how they're just like their cartoon characters and they're behind the screen playing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was always just Kenny, just like he was doing all of it, but it just this crackhead gentleman with the grill was on stage mouthing the words.
Yeah, it was just Kenny all back there. Yeah, well, that's the thing, though. Lionel Richie wrote songs for him. Prince wrote a song for him.
I want to say I knew that, but I think that it's only because Prince wrote songs for everybody who's ever recorded a song.
I like to think that Prince just wrote a song for everybody ever in the entire world, and it was just trying to get around to everyone, just walking up and going, "Yo," and then just walking off. It's just that, it just drops it, and you're like, "What's that? A hit song? Thanks, Prince."
That little man with the no button in his pants just gave me a gold record.
Oh man, I thought, how am I going to buy canned meat today?
There's a lot of potted meat in here.
How do you feel about potted meat?
Recently had my first can of potted meat since we bought it on a whim because I thought it was funny. Last time we went grocery shopping, and it was the first time I've had it, I think, since my uncle made it for me when I stayed over at his house when I was maybe 11.
Is that the same uncle that did with the overalls?
I just had a breakthrough. No. But this is the uncle. But he. We don't need to go there. But the point is, I haven't had it in about 30 years. So we bought a can of Spam, and I got 3 breakfasts out of it. Not horrible, but I wouldn't call it ham.
No, it's meat. It's potted meat.
It definitely came from an animal.
Yes.
Oh, you know what it was? Because we're living in a pandemic where hoarders and doomsday preppers actually have a point now. They're showing those commercials for Spam, and it's a woman making like a Spam stir fry. And it's like it looks like frozen peas and carrots with a handful of chunks of Spam in it, and it says "Don't knock it till you fry it." So when we were at the grocery store, we walked through the aisle. I see it. I picked it up like, "Hey, honey, don't knock it till you fry it." She's like, "Okay," and I put it in the cart. Really? Yeah, sure. And I fried it up, and I made like a hash out of it.
Yeah.
And then I cut up some slices, and I put it. I went straight redneck. I put it on some canned biscuits with American Singles.
Oh, processed American cheese food product.
Mm-hmm. And I dumped maple syrup on the biscuits. So I was calling it the poor man's McGriddle.
Oh my God. Honestly, I would eat that right now.
It wasn't bad. I felt a little weird putting real maple syrup, not like Aunt Jemima's, but like an actual thing that came from Toronto, on these biscuits that cost 75 cents. American Singles that weren't even Kraft. They were those other ones.
So you made a super American Midwest dish, but put Canadian
$14 syrup on it, yeah.
Yeah, Canadian tree jizz all over it. How dare you fucking commie.
I jerked a Mountie off onto my Spam sandwich.
Dudley Do Right.
God, it's in my eye. Why is Canadian semen so tangy?
But it's very polite.
Why shouldn't it be? Yeah.
Man, did you ever watch Dudley Do Right?
I have a vague picture in my head. It was a... Wait, hold on. Was it...
The movie.
He was a dog.
No, Dudley Do Right was a Mountie.
Yeah, but wasn't there like some cartoon where there was a white dog who was in a Mountie outfit? Isn't that... Or...
That's just furry porn.
Well, there's that. Hold on, let me go through my library real quick. I you know, when you drink, a lot of the synapses fire at the same time, and you get real interesting memories.
We call it Into the Great White North. It was a hit.
No,
I'm sorry, Into the Great White South. Damn it, that would have been a better joke. I apologize.
it's all right. We're talking about Canadians coming fucking maple syrup. Definitely not talking about Kenny Rogers. No, there was some cartoon where it was a white dog in a Mountie outfit, and I thought that was Dudley Do Right.
Dudley Do Right was it? No. Maybe. I don't know.
I would Google it, but I'm using my phone. I can't use my computer because there's no P.
I would... Your P's broken.
My P's broken.
I'd use my computer, but my P's broken. And I'd use my phone, but I'm lazy.
So to answer your question, if there is a movie, no. I have no idea.
It was Brendan Fraser starred as Dudley Do Right. After he was also George of the Jungle.
Is that Encino Man years?
Yeah. No, well, yeah. It was after Encino Man, yeah, but Encino... The handsome lead of the Mummy movies.
So Encino Man featured Brendan Fraser, who later went on to possibly star in Dudley Do Right, which is a movie, sure. And then wasn't the guy who was in Lord of the Rings, was it Rudy in that movie?
Yes. Yeah, people are screaming at their device right now.
Uh-huh. Let's just say Rudy McSmeagol.
Rudy McSmeagol?
Yeah. Samwise the Goonie.
Samwise Gamgoony. Okay, yep.
Yep. And also Pauly Shore, who later went on to Cry?
Well, he made several movies after that just kept getting worse and worse.
Which were also written by Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers wrote Son-in-Law.
Yeah, he did, and also In the Army Now, which ruined his career.
Why can our brains come up with Pauly Shore movies from the 90s that were terrible, but not this actor's name, who's very popular, and we both enjoy his work?
Yeah, he's great, and it is Sean Astin.
Ah, yes, well done, sir.
Thank you, Vodka.
Rudy McSmeagol.
Samwise McGinjong. McJim Chewy Jew.
That just went off the rails on you.
It sure did.
Tee-hee.
I just, it's two O's and not an EW in that one.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I've saved it. Saved it.
I just realized how sad this looks. I looked at my own image in the screen since I'm using my phone, and I'm just sitting on the floor, leaning on the coffee table. Like, you can see my hands. I'm just resting them there. Just resting.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm having a great time.
Hey, girl. Although I feel like I can't say that because Kanane and Bronker have a show on Twitch called Hey Girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. They're doing it during this troubling time.
No.
But yeah, that's their thing, so I can't say Hey Girl.
Did you see? And
I just trailed off for a second. I just can't.
You did look wantingly to the left.
Anyway,
did you? I love that John Krasinski was doing that show, Some Good News, during the pandemic.
Uh-huh.
And it was like from his house, you know. And then he sold it to Viacom. He sold the rights to it, so they're gonna now produce it and put add the shit out of it, and he's not going to be on it anymore, but he's going to be an executive producer. And everybody was like, wow, That was a shit maneuver. But at the same time, I'm like, I would have sold it too.
Yeah, you know what? He probably said, no thank you. I'm just going to continue to do this. This is my thing. And no thank you. And then I'm sure that they were like, hey, how about all these dollar signs? And he went,
Hold on, let me take my dick out of Emily Blunt for a second and think about this.
hey, hold on for just a sec. I've got to go grab batteries because I didn't realize this thing was dying. 1 second. Hey, like nothing ever happened.
There it is.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, thanks for being on.
Well, when you had to walk away for a second, it gave me a nice look behind you. And I'm not sure what I'm more interested in hearing the story about. The comically large mounted wooden fireman's axe.
Yes.
It's the size of an oar, and it's all made of wood.
Yes.
Or the handwritten sign that says "No puns allowed," which appears to have been slapped cattywampus on your Guinness sign, and it's like just hanging off the side. It definitely wasn't centered anywhere.
No.
Who was punning in your home, and you decided you needed to put signage up?
So, some friends of ours actually did a little like short film / sketch called "Who Killed Prop Comic," and so they were like, "Hey, can we?" Because they'd asked both Nick and I to be in it, and they're like, "Can we use the basement? Because you got the bar down there as a backdrop." And so they came in. He comes up. My buddy Rob. He's playing the prop comic, and he's like pulling out different tools. Like, hey, I saw, and he holds up a saw and sets it down. Goes through, I saw that you had alcohol here, so I came in to get hammered. Can I order a screwdriver? And pulls all this shit out. And, everyone's just like, ugh, even though we know it's the whole point of it. And Nick was the bartender, and she points at the sign, she goes, get the fuck out!
Nice.
And so that we just decided to leave that up as a warning to all who come in.
Your buddy Robbie, that was the guy who emceed your birthday party?
Yeah.
I love that dude. He was wrecked.
Uh-huh.
He was famously wrecked and just desperately trying to hold it together, emceeing a fucking roast for you. Oh, goodness gravy.
It was, he was very drunk.
Yeah.
Very drunk. And so were we by the end of it.
Yeah, by the end of it, sure, but I was at least sober enough to get through my set.
Yeah.
And once I realized that I was done, I'm like, I just have to sit at the dais and get called what was it? Mildly Jewish Bilbo for the rest of the night.
Yes.
Which I loved. I'm like, sure, absolutely. That pretty much tracks, yeah.
And then my friend Trevor said the only difference between you and Jeff is that he wanted to spit in Jeff's butthole or something like that. It was a good night. There's a lot of fuzzy memories.
I remember that because my grandmother said the exact same thing when she met Jeff.
Right? Everyone does. Everyone does.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll just look at Jeff and you're like, that's a tall, handsome man, and I want to spit in his butthole.
Pass the syrup.
And then you jerk off on
Pass the syrup, and it's just Justin Trudeau. He just walks into your kitchen, pulls his pants down, and begrudgingly says, "You're welcome to it. What's mine is yours."
He's such a good man. He's such a good man.
Shall I aim directly for the peach compote on top of the pancakes?
Or just to the side? To the side?
To the side?
That's
John D. Angle?
Or do you want to make it look like a fancy restaurant? Give it that little zigzag all the way. You like how I threw my hip out when I said that little zigzag?
That's a different feel when you look at somebody's porno bag. Like, why are the pages all sticky? It's fucking syrup, man. I was having breakfast over a Hustler, and
imagine that though. If you're just really, they're like, oh, they got a nice article about Bill Burr, and I just can't wait to read it. Sure, I'm glad I get this, and then you're like, oh, I dumped my syrup on here, and then someone. Here's the thing, though: the worst person is the one that's like, hey, can I borrow your Hustler?
Was I not supposed to do that? Because I did feel a little weird.
No, it's fine. You're fine. We're family. We can do that.
You knew you weren't getting it back, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I hoped I wasn't.
Well, at least I tore some pages out, but I promise you it was just the ads in the back for mercenaries or whatever they advertise in the back of the Puzzler. I have no idea.
Mercenaries and discreet foot stomping.
Please, in the comments below, tell us what they advertise in the back of Puzzler, and if you could pick one fluid to come out instead of semen, what would it be? And you can't say maple syrup.
No maple syrup.
I will accept Aunt Jemima's because that's just high fructose corn syrup. So that's different.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Aunt Jemima's.
I am a total snob about my syrup.
I have become a snob about my syrup. Like we decided we're like, oh, let's get some Aunt Jemima's, or it was Aunt Jemima's or Log Cabin. I think it was Aunt Jemima's because it's Aunt Jemima, and we're like, we should get some of this. We haven't had this type of syrup in a while, and then we got it, and we're like, this is trash. Mm-hmm. We have to consume this because we purchased it, but oh my god, what is wrong with this?
I ruined an entire pork tenderloin attempting to utilize that as some manner of injectable fluid.
I nearly ruined my liver for the same exact reason.
Because Justin don't put a stick in
it. Because I spit in Jeff's butthole, and Justin Trudeau injected his maple syrup into... This is just turning into fan fiction.
Yeah, it's a lot to put on a t-shirt. I'm talking about the semen from a Canadian, not the phrasing. There's just a lot that you need to go and put on a t-shirt.
They're very healthy people. It's just they're large loads.
How could the country that gave you poutine be a healthy people?
It's fresher air. They're outside a lot. They have to fight moose.
They do have to fight moose, but their beer is like moonshine.
Yes. It's purer that way.
Does that also come out of a spigot somewhere?
What they have to fight the moose for.
I really don't want to describe what's going on in my head right now.
They get it directly from the moose.
Sometimes I just have to leave the room because of my own thoughts. I can't describe this to anybody. I just have to walk away until it scrubs itself clean.
You just tell your thoughts. You stay here. I'm gonna go.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome if you could just open up your head like, I have to leave this thought here. Nobody touch it. Keep it away from the children, and don't let it go anywhere near that cookie jar that looks like a bunny. Wait, and just don't touch it. It's pure... Oh, God, from Time Bandits. It's pure evil. Don't touch it.
But it's so cute.
Time Bandits I can remember.
Yeah.
The guy who played Rudy. I got nothing.
Sean Astin.
Oh, no, I remembered because I didn't remember. Actually, it was already gone.
Yeah, I know, that's why I said.
As soon as we're done with this, the first thing I'm going to ask my wife is, what was the guy that played Rudy's name? And she will have no idea what I'm talking about.
Samwise Gonorrhea.
Do you find yourself doing that, just yelling stuff at your wife, totally out of context, forgetting that she has no idea what you're talking about? Just like, hey, honey, Samwise Gonorrhea, huh? What? Nothing. You had to be there 4 hours ago.
Yeah. Well, you've known me for 20-some years, so the answer obviously is yes. Obviously, it's something. Oh, did you know that the New Edition went on tour with Pink Floyd and Iron Butterfly?
I did not know that.
Can you fucking believe that? Kenny Rogers was hanging out with Pink Floyd and Iron Butterfly.
I can't picture him not wearing the goddamn hat and selling roasted chicken.
He was multifaceted, the Kenny Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
Can we refer to him as that from now on? The Kenny
Rogers? The multifaceted Kenny Rogers.
The multifaceted, the Kenny Rogers. I think that's what... Much like I only talk about Limp Bizkit as Fred Durst and the Bizcats.
I often wanted to start a Limp Bizkit cover band and just call it Stiff Croissant. I know that's a dad joke, but I really wanted to say that out loud.
See, I wanted to start a cover band that mashed up The Cure and Hole and call it Tears for Lube.
Tears for Lube. I think that actually is an album by Morrissey. God, he's terrible.
He is. He's a horrible human.
I don't know him as a person, but just like he's just, oh God, every song is just him slitting his own wrists and then apologizing for it at me.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, Jesus,
I
Lord.
can't help myself. I'm just down the river, not across the tracks, where everyone will know you're a pussy.
I once dated a girl who loved Morrissey, and I just couldn't handle it. And one day she screamed, she's like, well, what do you like, Guns N' Roses? I'm like, yeah, they want to take you down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. And this guy's apologizing because I guess he just cried in his own crotch. I don't know what's happening to him.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's a red flag.
You're too adult to be this angsty.
What are your favorite bands? Morrissey. I gotta go. I gotta go, because I want to wake up with my penis not filleted.
The only male who's ever been kicked out of Lilith Fair for being too moody.
Is that for real? Please tell me that's for real.
Let's say yeah. I'm not basing it off any real facts, but
Not
I would put money down that if we Google it, I'm close enough to the answer.
Yeah. Isn't Morrissey isn't he the racist? Isn't Morrissey a racist?
Let's say yeah.
Hey Siri, is Morrissey a racist?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat it?
Probably not.
Your Siri is British.
Yeah, I like it because she's forceful.
Let's take a deep dive into Larry's school marm necessities.
Yeah, I like it because when she tells me to make a left-hand turn, she fucking means it. But it's not like it's like if Julie Andrews were a dominatrix. It's hot. It's hot. It works for me.
Just listening to Morrissey squeezing your own balls violently while watching a Mary Poppins.
A Mary Poppins? Watching a Mary... What are you doing in there? Watching a Mary Poppins?
Well, there's a few. There's a few of the Poppins.
There's Julie Andrews, and then there's the new Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins 3 Revenge of Mary Poppins.
Also voiced by Kenny Rogers.
Yes. He looked great in the dress. God.
God, he's good.
You
Have you
imagine
had
that?
the chicken?
Him coming down with the umbrella, just singing, let's see what condition my condition is in.
I can now. Now I can't ever not see it.
Oh, God. Why didn't he live long enough to do that?
Wait, he's dead?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, what am I going to do with all these gifts I bought him? When did he die? Let's go back to the research that you almost did.
March 20th of 2020.
Oh, he just died.
Yeah, he just croaked, man.
Oh, man.
He was born in 1938, though, so he was doing okay.
Him and Fred Willard had a really nice run.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
God, Fred Willard was awesome.
And forever will be.
I love that he got caught, was it going into or coming out of a porn theater? And they were like, haha, we got you. And he's like, haha, okay. And then just made jokes about it. And everyone was like, he wasn't doing anything wrong. He just wanted to go see some titties. It's fine.
He made some joke on a late show. I don't know, it was Carson or Letterman or who, but it's just when they were trying to get a Bagachi, he's just like, well, I tell you what, it's the last time I tell my wife I'm going to pop out to go see a flick.
God, see, and that's what you do. You just lean into it, well, I'm sorry, and there's nothing to be sorry for. He wanted to go watch some consensual adults getting busy. Just getting down to it. Just making maple syrup.
Yeah, it's just, but being surrounded by other people while doing it, while waxing your carrot, I mean, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Fred Willard's a gentleman. I'm sure he wore an overcoat and brought a sock and was, very discreet.
Do you mind terribly if I utilize this area to make some syrup?
Sir, are you Canadian?
On my mom's side, yeah.
I'm half Canadian.
It's enough. It's like being Jewish. As long as it's on your mom's side, it counts. It counts for those people.
Does.
As long as your mother is Canadian, your semen still comes out as maple syrup.
Huh.
Hmm?
Huh. We need to do some research. Canadians, please let us know what this is.
Hey Siri.
Hey Siri. Do you love me?
Well, I enjoy spending quality time with you.
See.
Wow. Did you ever change your name?
No.
Like,
She just calls me Smith, and I like that.
nice. When I ask, I don't know if this is going to work on this. Hey Siri, what's my name? Bitch, don't listen. Let's try this. Well, now Siri's broken, much like my pee.
Your P and Siri.
Well, when I asked Siri what my name is, her response is, "You're Adam, but since we're friends, you've told me I can call you Fat Kid Dance Party."
See, and it really is just, it's the accent with the way she just, hey Siri, what's my name?
You're Larry, but you asked me to call you Smith.
Did you say "you're Larry" or just "you Larry"? Like a cave woman. You Larry.
I told her to just say it like that. It's super hot.
There's so many voices on it. You can get American, you can get like British English, you can get a bunch of different languages. Also, for some reason, English Neanderthal is an option.
Yeah, well, I had to put a mod into it, but I figured it out. You know what else? You know who else put a mod in themselves? Kenny Rogers with all of those, all that plastic surgery.
Just bringing it right back. I know I feel so bad because I know that you actually have like 5 things you need to say. Because like, what's the point of doing it if you don't say them? So tell me about Kenny Rogers' plastic surgery, please.
He just had a lot of it. That's all I know. If you just see him towards the end of his life.
No, I didn't even know he was dead. I didn't know he was sick. I would have sent flowers.
That's okay. I sent him I sent him a nice bouquet right before he died from Zig and Larry Ignore a Topic.
Well, who's making all the goddamn chicken now?
I think it's just the people that worked at his restaurant took such pride in it that they were like, we'll just continue the quality chicken that we know that he would approve of. Actually, I think they all closed down. I think all the Kenny Rogers roasters. Is it roasters or broasters?
Sure.
Kenny Rogers, which is different than Kenny Rogers Boasters, which is the fan club we're going to start.
I've never actually eaten there because I could never get out the entire sentence of, "Hey, you want to stop at Kenny Rogers?" Oh, hell with
it. hey, guys, Kenny Rogers roast. No, Wendy's instead. Fine, okay.
Yeah, because you have to actually bring it up and have a conversation about Kenny Rogers roasted chicken. You can't just go Taco Bell like when you're on a road trip.
Yeah,
everyone's like, "Yeah, Taco Bell." See, you don't even have to bring up. You don't have to talk about it. You just say the name of the place, and people go, "Yeah, Taco Bell."
You can't just call it roasters either. Hey, roasters? What the fuck are you talking about?
No, it sounds like you're eating testicles.
Exactly. Roasters?
Not while you're saying it.
What? No.
It sounds like you everything the man says sounds like he has a mouthful of balls.
Which is fine. If that's what you're into, that's fine.
Absolutely. Just spit in Jeff's butt and get the balls out of your mouth.
Oh, what was there was one thing. I did want to bring this up because this is hilarious. He did an interview and someone asked him about Viagra. Mm-hmm. And they're like, "What do you think about Viagra?" He goes, "I love it. Great legal drug. I don't need it, but I like to use it on occasion."
So Kenny Rogers, who may or may not have been Old Dirty Bastard, admitted to taking medication recreationally for his wang.
Yeah.
And with a big smile on his face.
Yeah, I'm sure. Big smile on his face and a whole lot of maple syrup right in the... He wasn't Canadian.
Where's Kenny? He's popping Viagra. He's crushing up Adderall and snorting it. I can't stop. Don't let Kenny Rogers anywhere near your medicine cabinet. He will just take anything he finds.
He loved it. Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved playing pill roulette.
Today he's on 15 different kinds of Dayquil and all of your wife's birth control.
Just dropped in to see what condition my... Oh no, titties.
Kenny Rogers just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in at the drive-thru Chinese titty joint for dumplings.
Let me get some fried dumplings and let me see that coos.
worked real hard for that non-callback. That was just like, let me just say anything I can remember from the last hour of my life.
I don't remember anything.
No.
Which is good. I'm tired of remembering.
Yeah.
That sounded sadder than a minute two, didn't it?
I'm tired of remembering. Larry, put the knife down. I'm tired of remembering.
No, it's going to be fine. Everything's going to be just fine.
How many of these Ambien do you think? A handful? Yeah, whatever.
I'm a big guy. How many do you think will put me down? Not just down. Not just like a little nap where I piss myself. I'm talking down.
What did Kenny Rogers die of outside of just being old?
I think it was just old.
Yeah.
I think he was just, because, I mean, again, born in 1938, he had a good
Yeah.
run.
I only bring it up because I was like, in my news feed, I was like reading, it's like, Fred Willard, the cause of death, finally released. I'm like, he was like 84.
Yeah.
That's the cause of death.
The cause of death. Old as hell.
The cause of death is, hey, he made it that far.
That's what I hope for. If someone just, whatever age I die, they go, hey, good for him. We didn't expect him to go that long.
I feel like we're both almost 42, and that's more than we could have ever asked for.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, we're 40. We're almost 42, but our livers
Are bionic.
They are. Well, I have a friend that's convinced that I have two of them. I have two livers. He's like, that's the only reason that you're still able to function. Because
is it the kind of thing where you have both inside of you, or you like switch them out like rechargeable batteries?
I thought about just actually removing my liver and just putting an old pool filter in there.
I don't see why not.
And just that way, you just pull out, just change the filter every month, and fish anything else out that you need to, like a little net.
That sounds like cutting edge North Korean medicine to me.
I don't see the problem. Sure, it's a little unwieldy, but I got a big torso. You know, it'll mostly cover it up.
And it does kick on in the middle of the night and causes a racket.
A wreck. Just a ruckus. Just a... What the hell? Sorry. It's just my pool filter.
Speaking of ruckus, I could have used you last night. Living here in the big city with an alley behind my house, with the window open. Thankfully, we're not on the ground floor because there was some lunatic who was really looking for a gentleman who may or may not have been named Gary.
Oh.
At the top of his lungs. And just like, Gary! Get to the point where he would, like, once every... It was like a car alarm where, like, where it stops and then starts again. And like, son of a bitch! My wife and I are lying in bed, and she's like, is he saying Gary or Derek? And now we're, like, listening for it again. Like, no, I don't know. He's going to scream it again. I think it's Gary. No, I keep hearing Derek. Do you? Damn it. Don't worry. He'll do it again. And then it's like, all right, it's quiet for a while. And you finally go back to your book. And you pick up your book. And you find your page. Gary, what did he say? God damn it. Where's Gary? We need to find this gentleman for this guy. Stats.
He just want to yell at them, God damn it, Gary, answer him!
And he was definitely going through the recycling, too, because you just hear bottles clinking in the back. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Gary's not in the dumpster, pal.
Maybe he wasn't screaming Gary. Maybe he was just mad because people kept putting dirty milk cartons in the... dairy! And just throwing it down.
It's very specific. But I'm not ruling shit out at this point.
Well, anything.
Yeah. I love living in the city. I love the fact that my balcony has gotten so dilapidated, and the landlady finally sent somebody out to... Well, she's been trying to get somebody to come out to look at where the grill is out there for forever. And he just, like, flaked, so she got another guy. And the guy finally came out, and I have placed on the holes, because there are many on this balcony, an old tabletop that I found in the alley, like a big boy.
Yeah.
Just so my dog wouldn't fall through. And I had a Polish gentleman come to the house to give me an estimate, and I just picked up the tabletop, and when the guy who built decks for a living looks at yours and goes, holy shit, in a very thick Polish accent, you're like, yeah, I know, it's bad. What do you think? I was like, I can fix it. Good for you.
Please do. Quickly.
Well, the bitch of it is like, me and you could fix it in a day, but I don't own the place, so I refuse.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, yeah. It's, we own our home, or we are purchasing our home. from the
The
bank.
bank owns it. They allow you to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's been, we've been here for a while, and so there's just maintenance that has to be done.
Yeah.
And it was after the basement had flooded, right after Christmas, that we're cleaning it up, and I looked at Nicole and I was like, I honestly can't wait to rent somewhere with you. It's just going to be so nice. I know everyone dreams of owning a home. I dream of renting one again, because it was like, if I would call the landlords and be like, hey, here's what's going on. Just want you to be aware. I'm going to fix it. But I just want them to be like, what? I was like, no, I know how to fix it. I'm going to fix it. I just want you to be aware that here's what happened. I found a problem, and I'm going to take care of it. They're like, okay, do you want I said, sure, I'll send you the receipt. I'll just take it off my rent. They'd be like, that would be fantastic. And drop an extra 20 off of your rent for your trouble. And then they would end up, like, they'd give me a credit around Christmas time. You'd be like, hey, you've done this or that around the house. Really good landlords. I got really lucky. But I know most landlords. A really good
one. Yeah, I've had shit landlords. The one I have right now is very nice. She's great. But, like I do the same thing. Like, I changed a few, like, just little stuff, like light switches. The dishwasher took a shit at one point, but it was a quick fix. I had to go on YouTube to look at stuff. I'm like, I bet you I could do this, and open up panels and stuff and fixed it. Mm-hmm. But this thing is structural, so I don't want to just go, I'm going to go play with the flooring.
Hey, this thing, what keeps us up in the air, I'm going to fuck with it and see what happens.
What I love is our balcony is directly over the front door of the building, so every time a piece falls, it could knock somebody in the head.
Ooh, fun.
It's not that high up, and it is just, a 1-foot section of rotted wood, so I don't think it would cause that much damage.
Yeah, but
correct.
But, like, if it's an old lady on a walker and it drops down, she's going to crack open like an egg.
It's bad. The Polish gentleman said, holy shit!
Yeah, when a Polish guy says holy shit, those guys have seen some shit. They know.
In this neighborhood, there's a lot of like Eastern Europeans, and specifically for some reason Polish dudes who do like a lot of handyman and like construction work. Fantastic job. I know that it's just that's weird and possibly bigoted, but fantastic job. As soon as I heard that accent, I'm like, shit's gonna get taken care of.
Yeah.
Hi, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, you're good. Okay, you're gonna be fine. And I got to be honest with you. When you said handyman, I actually heard Candyman, and I was like, you got a bunch of Polish serial killers. What?
I might have said Candyman on accident, but that's just because that's just me. That's just something I'm working through.
Oh,
it's a Freudian clitoris. Slit. What?
Mom?
Mom? Get your dick out of Emily Blunt and get in here.
Oh, man. Get your dick out of Emily Blunt. I just caught meat. And show me that coos.
Show me that coos.
That's probably a good place to land it. I think great.
Yeah.
That's what we've
Mom,
learned.
show me that. Yeah, that's what we learned. Hey, Mom, show me that coos. That's great. That's
not what I said. I didn't say, "Hey, Mom, show me that."
You kind of went it from A to B. You took a roundabout way. You took the long way around the park.
You heard what you wanted to hear.
Candyman.
The Candyman can.
Mm-hmm. So, what did you learn today?
What did you learn today?
I learned a lot about Canadians.
Yes.
And the flavor profiles of different people's penises. Yeah, that's what I learned.
That's what
I learned that today. It was before our call, but I learned it.
It was that Polish guy that came by to fix your deck.
The Polish guy.
Fix your
deck. There's a handful of Filipinos who are really, really nice.
And I learned that the drive-through Chinese and strip club will let your kids come in with you, and it's the best place to give your kid, hey, Mom's leaving us, and a speech. Yeah. You want to do it over lo mein. You really do. Yeah, that's just, you want pork or chicken? You're gonna want some meat. Trust me. Trust me, we're going to need protein. You're going to need to catch some meat on this one. There's so many uses. So many uses for that phrase. All right, buddy. We got what is our sign-off? I'm trying to do this what did you learn thing, but I don't know if it's working. I don't know if it is. We need a button. A button? Like a clitoris?
Yes.
I should have just ended right there. I should have
Yeah,
just.
well, you still can. We can edit it.
Yeah, it's true. I'm going to. That's it.
Excellent. Perfect.